Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. For the next 3 days I am going to be filming my palette collection. This isn't going to be a declutter. If I find a palette that I'm not sure about, I will set it aside and do a kind of use it or lose it thing with it, because I will need to try it again before I just get rid of it. So these are in no particular order, besides the fact that these are from my top drawer. The days ones that I'm showing, they're from my top drawer, which are the palettes from A to H that start with the letter A to H. These don't include what I have in my shop, my stash right now. Those I'll probably show on the last day. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Okay, this by far is my biggest lot. Is this A through H, so I don't know if I'm going to fully get through it today, so we will just see. These are not in alphabetical order or anything like that, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to show y'all this way. I don't have a way to do the overhead or anything like that. So the first palette I have is from Hank & Henry. It is the Berries palette, and we're going to have a lot of that going on today. It looks like this. It's a nice pink and purple palette. Really cool palette. I like it a lot. It's a very pigmented palette. It's the only thing that I have from Hank & Henry, I believe. The next thing I have is my Wet n Wild Coffee Cat palette. This has come off the top. It's a really cool coppery looking palette. Oh, the smell has kind of gone away. I've had it for a couple of years, but it used to smell like coffee. But the smell has kind of dissipated now, but I still keep the top on like that. Really like that palette a lot. The next one I have that I'm probably going to have to play around with a lot is the Rasha B Cosmetics Beautiful Multi-Chrome Eyeshadow Palette. It looks like this. It is okay. The multi-chromes are just okay on it. I had trouble keeping them on my eyes all day long, but like I said, I need to keep trying it. This is from the Ulta collection. It is the Harry Potter Gryffindor palette. I use this and I use it or lose it and decided to keep it. It is a nice palette. I love the color story on it. I love the packaging on it and everything. I like the names on it. So yeah, I'm going to keep it. You're going to notice that I have a very large collection, and yes, I keep my palettes even though I don't use them a lot. I just really like having a big collection. So that's just me. The next one I have is the Espresso Yourself from the Beauty Crop. Another really cute fall palette looking like that. I think I also use this in I use it or lose it and decided to keep it as well. Look at that packaging. It is just so cute. I just really enjoy that. Okay, I have something from Alter Ego here. It is the Goddess palette. I think this is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold palette, which I do not own. So this one's okay. There's not a lot of light shadows in here. I think I've used this once or twice. I can tell by, I've definitely swatched it, but I think I've used it. It's okay. I might put that in a use it or lose it. Okay, here's the Beautiful 2 palette from Rasha B Cosmetics. Another multi-chrome palette. And let's compare the two together. Maybe I just need one of these palettes. I'm thinking I just need one of them. Well, I'll make that decision off camera. So for today, we'll just keep those on here. Something from Aether Beauty. If you don't know, Aether Beauty is going out of business. They might have some deals going on their website. This is the Desert Sunset palette. A very beautiful palette, though I think I'm going to put it in a use it or lose it. though, because again, there's really no light colors in it except this one, and I think that one is a shimmer. Yeah, not a lot of mattes in this, really. So I think I'm going to put that in a use it or lose it. I haven't done one of those in a while. Okay, one of my favorite palettes from ColourPop is the Going Coconuts palette. And we're going to see, last time I got this out, one of the colors popped out. But that's what it looks like, a very nice neutral palette. It doesn't lean too warm and it doesn't lean too cool. So it's very good if you really just want to go neutral. Okay, this is the only thing I have from Play Cosmetics. I got this in an AIA Beauty bundle. It is Play X Cobra Kai, the show. And it looks like this right here. And it's a very nice, warm-toned palette. I made a couple of cute looks with it that I really liked. So, yeah, I kind of like keeping it around just because, I don't know, because of the collaboration and all. I thought was a real cute collaboration. Okay, and then the only Rare Beauty eyeshadow palette I have looks like this. It's called Come to Play. Yeah, and it looks like that. It has this, I guess it's a glitter in the middle. It's not like a, it's more like a shimmer glitter. I'm not going to swatch anything today, but it's not like one of those really bad pressed glitters that you see. I like the glitter in this pretty well. But yeah, it's got the pinks and the purples, and it's got this little mustard color in here. This is a really cute palette. I really like it. Okay, from Beauty Creations, we have the Cali Set palette. Again, some of these colors, I just really like them. And it's right up my alley. So we have this. You're going to see a lot of palettes like that today. Okay, then something I got from Ice Cream Beauty Bag, I think, is the Delancey Dolphin palette. Really cute palette, although not... Someday this is going to end up in a use it or lose it, but not anytime soon. But the colors aren't the best, but I can make it work for now. Something to use on a day when I really want to make a blue-green kind of ocean-like look. Really cute palette, though. Okay, Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. This is something I want to use when I really want to make a classy look. I'll pull this out. And it also has the cream to powder. So I said I wasn't going to swatch anything. I don't have anything out. Let me grab it. And it has the highlighter here, but can make a really good, I don't know what else to say, a classy look. Okay. And then from Ace Beauty, I have this vintage or floral vintage palette where I have used this several times making lots of nice flower inspired looks. I've used this in Get Ready With Me's. Ace Beauty quality, great quality, love it. Okay, this is a palette I also used in a Use It or Lose It. It's just from Duce, something like that. The palette doesn't have a name, but it's a really good palette and has a highlighter in it. Really good for making some nice sultry looks. Okay, the next palette I have is also from Delancey. It is the Avocados palette. I also got this in an Ice Cream Beauty box. I like this one a lot better than the Dolphin palette. Of course, I like greens as well. And yeah, I think it performs a lot better as well. So yeah, this one is a very nice green palette if I need to pull out a green palette. The next palette I have is the Extraordinaries palette, also by Rasha B Cosmetics in collaboration with Just Anne, who we love on this channel. And this was her second palette with Raja B Cosmetics. It has some multi-chromes in it and some really nice cool tone shades as well as warm tone shades. Yeah, I need to pull this out some more and play with it, maybe in a shop my stash or something along those lines. It's something else. I think I got this in an AIA beauty bundle. It is the Rachel Couture. It is the Golden Clove palette, and that is what she looks like. Some really nice rosy tones in there that I like, and there's some greens in there as well. So nice little palette there. Next, I have the Coastal palette, which was from Alter Ego, which was a dupe of the Huda Beauty, what was it, Rose Quartz palette? Yeah, I don't have the Rose Quartz palette, but this was a very, very nice palette. Definitely going to be staying around in my collection for a very long time. Okay, I have got the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, which I think, what am I thinking? I am thinking that that new palette by ColourPop, the Smokin' Hot palette, is very similar to this one. It just has more shades in it. So I don't think that I really need that Smokin' Hot palette. I've got all the shades that I need right here. I don't usually use these kind of shades too often, but when I do, I like to pull out this heat palette. So there. And then from Okalon, I have the Color Parade 2 palette, eyeshadow palette. When I first got this, I was like, what in the world? But I made some really pretty looks in there, mainly these colors. These colors don't seem to go in this palette, but if you just cover those up like that, you cut a really nice warm tone palette. And then if you want to use these 3 shades together, then you can have a whole different look. But yeah, I really like that palette. I am surprised. Okay, the one thing I have from Game Beauty is their Cyberpunk palette. This is a really fun palette, and I got this at Christmas time, and it looks like that. It's a really fun palette, really fun colors to play with. Makes me want to try more things from Game Beauty. So yeah. And then Nomad. You're going to see a lot of Nomad palettes. This is the Hudson Valley one. This is a nice neutral look one with some reds. Only has 3 shimmers in it. It's definitely up there in my favorites of Nomad palettes. Okay, another favorite palette of mine is from Beauty Creations. It is the Brittany Murillo palette. It looks really cool right here. And then we've got some pinks and purples. You know, I love those. I like to use this palette and then use it with one of my multi-chrome palettes that I will show you. Probably tomorrow, we shall see. But yeah, love this palette and like using it. Okay, another one from Beauty Creations that I got in a subscription box was this Dare to Be Bright. It's also called the Bougie palette. And then I have my e.l.f. palette. It is called the Earth and Ocean palette. I've had this for a while. I love that it has the earth here and the ocean over here. This is a really, really nice palette. The e.l.f. I've tried e.l.f. before where it's not so great, but this is the good e.l.f. quality. So I've had some palettes, some, what do you call them? Collaboration palettes that just were not that great, and then but like their regular line is pretty solid. Okay, a brand I really like is Artist Couture. This is their Caliente palette, and this is kind of out of my comfort zone, but when I make looks with this, it comes out really, really nicely. And then I have 3 Natasha Denona palettes here. They are her 5-pan palettes, but they are a little bigger than her mini palettes. I have the Cupid palette here, which looks like this. I think I got it from BoxyCharm. I have the Coral palette, which I know I bought this from Sephora, and it looks like that. And then I have the Ayana palette. I know I got this from BoxyCharm. A nice neutral palette there. Okay, I think I have not gotten through my A through H category. There's just 2 little boxes here, but my light keeps going out for some reason. So I think this is going to be more than 3 videos. I am going out of town next week. I'm going to make 3 videos this week, and then I'm going to go out of town, and then I'll come back and finish it, I promise. But I need to get a new ring light. So this video is not 100 hours long. I'm just gonna do this way. So I hope you are enjoying this, and yeah, please give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Please leave a comment down below if you have any of these palettes. If you like any of these palettes, please let me know. And yeah, so any kind of, share this with friends. Anything you can do to engage with this video, help get it out to other viewers, would really help me out. And thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, hi, welcome, hello. Please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell, setting it to all so that you're notified every time that I upload a new video. So I hope you are all having a wonderful, fantastic day out there today. If you are having an especially hard time, know that I'm thinking about you and sending you out all of those good vibes. Just remember to stay strong, stay healthy, and stay safe out there. And I will see you in another video soon. Just stay well until then. Okay, goodbye.